Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back for another Total War video with the Terminator. The new update for Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD is here, and it is a big one with new global mercenaries, updated faction rosters, and more. But a lot of you have been asking me, Terminator, when's the next update coming? When are we getting things like naval warfare, merchant republic mechanics, or Islamic mechanics like the Hajj or Jihads? And I hear you. So in today's video, I'm going to run through everything that we can expect from the mod in 2022, from the College of Cardinals to new cutscene cinematics to medieval naval units. I'll be doing my best to show you why you should be excited about Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD and why, to be honest, this year will be the biggest year yet. So let's get right into it. If you go into the mods Discord server into the frequently asked questions channel and scroll to the bottom, you'll find a message that details exactly what's coming in the next update for the mod. So looking here, you can see that the team are currently working on updating rosters for all factions along the southern edge of the campaign map, as well as some of the Germanic factions, Denmark, the Holy Roman Empire, Sweden, Norway, the Russian states, Middle Eastern and South Arabian rosters, and more. Lots of work is being done here for faction rosters overall. We'll also be getting tier 2 and 3 mercenary pools. So while the latest update released this week adds tier 1 mercenaries, work is currently ongoing to add the rest of the tiers, which will be awesome. And I imagine many of them will feed into some of the mercenary pools for the late Middle Ages campaign as well, which is very exciting. But all of the updates mentioned here are about unit rosters. There's plenty more the team is working on that is actually not stated here. And that's mainly what I want to talk about with you today. This is where we go on the team's Trello board, which, if you don't know what Trello is, it's essentially a shared project tracking platform for things like Medieval Kingdoms 1212, where people can prioritize certain things, allocate responsibility, and track progress. Here you can see a lot more on what the team have completed, what they're currently working on, and what's planned in the future, at least conceptually. So you can see on the left things have been completed and released. Unit rosters for Nicaea, Epirus, etc., the bubonic plague affecting population, and the further right you go on the board, the more you get into things that are being worked on and planned. So let's start on currently working on. These are things that we can expect in the next update, which will hopefully be released by summer 2022. At the top, we've got the College of Cardinals, which actually should have been released this week, but the devs are still going through the testing phase for this mechanic. So I think there should be a smaller update released in the next few weeks that includes things like more roster updates, bug fixes, and mainly the College of Cardinals, which will be amazing. As we go down the list, we've got the second Global Land Mercenaries card, which details the Tier 2 and Tier 3 mercenaries yet to be added. We've got the Islamic campaign mechanics, including calling for a Hajj and a Jihad. These are pretty highly anticipated, as right now in the campaign, Islamic factions get overpowered pretty quickly by the Crusades. And we've also got the playable Papal States, which will be very interesting, as you'll have the power to excommunicate factions and manage papal favor. I'd say that this column here is likely things that will come in the next major update, which again will happen by summer 2022. Alongside the Islamic mechanics, tier 2 and 3 mercenaries, and playable Pope, we'll get updated faction descriptions, new cutscene cinematics, and new units, and updated rosters, of course. But one of the biggest changes that will come in summer 2022 is the updated vanilla Western Roman Empire settlements. This is going to be huge. Clicking on the card and into this screenshot here, you can see how we'll be getting completely custom building models within the town, the medieval walls, turrets, gates. It's gonna be amazing, and hopefully this will be a prelude to multi-layer walled cities. And then on the right here, we can see all the faction rosters currently being worked on, but the real interesting bits are the planned future developments. This is where most of your questions are, guys, and unfortunately, as they are under the planned for the future column, these are likely areas that the team will be looking into for the update after next, so likely by the end of 2022. So we've got things like new faction story events, mainly for Eastern factions, battle AI enhancements where they use battle formations more more effectively, which would be very cool. We've also got the Merchant Republic mechanics, which will make playing the Italian factions a lot more interesting and fun. This time period is well known for the power of these republics, both from a trade point of view and naval point of view, and they're both sorely missing from Medieval Kingdom, so hopefully we'll get this soon in the next year as well. And then of course, as we're getting the updated settlement models for the Western Roman Empire cities in the next update, the team will also be working on updating all settlements for the rest of the campaign map, and hopefully all of that will be coming this year as well. Lots of other minor changes here as well, including proper supply units in wagons and camels, updates to the population system and integrating it more and more into recruitment, multiplayer, region growth, etc., and updated victory conditions, which will be very nice, fleshing out factions and making things even more replayable. We've obviously got more planned roster developments in the work, which is closely tied into the next column here, developing models and textures. So as things like new swords, helmets, armor, shields get added into the game, the more we'll get roster updates with new units. This next column on the right here is a bit more ambiguous, and I'm going to gloss over this section, ideas under consideration, because the things here aren't really set in stone yet. Personally, I'm not really convinced that these are things the team will be working on. There's a lot of other stuff that they're prioritizing, but if any of this does get done, it will probably be in 2023. And then finally, we've got the highly anticipated naval development. If we go into the first card here and click on the Google Doc link, you can see all the units across all the factions that they're planning for the mod, from the longships of Sweden to the cogs and carracks of Central Europe to even ships native to the Indian Ocean at this time for factions like Ethiopia or Makuria. So much planned to be done here, which is why it's taking a long time, of course, but there is hope. If you go back into the Trello board and click on the bottom card here called Ship Models, you'll see that the 13th century ship models are actually almost all complete. The team still have a few left to do for the Mediterranean and African factions, but so much has already been done, which is amazing news. This means that pending testing and polishing and the completion of these last few models, we might actually see naval warfare added into the mod later this year, with 14th and 15th century models hopefully added in the end of 2023. Given that they've been working on ship models since earlier in 2021, I think it's fair to say that naval models are coming this year, guys, and we should get naval warfare sooner than most people think. So to sum up, guys, if everything goes according to plan, by summer 2022, we should be getting the playable Pope, more units and overhauled rosters, medieval settlements for Western Europe, Islamic mechanics, Tier 2 and Tier 3 land mercenaries. While winter 2022 or spring the next year, we'll be getting Merchant Republic mechanics, naval warfare, Eastern city replacements, more story and unique events, and more. Fingers crossed all of this happens. Everything can change and things can get pushed back, of course, so I can see some of this happening later in 2023 as well, but I'm at least confident with all the developments they've made in naval unit models that we'll probably get naval warfare in the next 12 months. And that's it for today, guys. Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD has a lot going for it, and the latest update has made some really positive changes, but there's a lot more to come and a lot more to be realistically excited about. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and if you did, give it a like and drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below. Subscribe for more Total War content, gameplay, and news, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.